Fernando Amorsolo. He was among the most significant artists in the Philippine history. In rural Philippines, Amorsolo painted both landscapes and portraits. He was highly regarded for his proficiency with light and meticulous nature. He is well known for portraying traditional Filipino occupations, fiestas, customs, and culture. Amorsolo was classically educated and aimed to achieve his Philippine interpretation of the Greek ideal of human form. He rejected notions of beauty in favor of Filipino values in his paintings of Filipino ladies, and he enjoyed modeling his models' looks on members of his family. Fernando Amorsolo painted and drew approximately 10,000 pieces during his lifetime. And one of those 10,000 paintings that Amorsolo made is the Dalagang Bukid. Dalagang Bukid was Amorsolo's muse of ideal Filipina beauty. She is illustrated as a smiling and cheerful lady wearing the barot saya with her hair firmly pulled back by a flowing bandana to protect her from the glare of the afternoon sun. Vicente Manansala. He was a visual arts national artist of the Philippines. Manansala was a Cubist painter whose paintings portrayed the poverty and cultural reality of the nation. One of Manansala's work is Planting Rice. It is a seminal figure in the development and the popularization of Cubism in the country. And as an esteemed member of the 13 Moderns, national artist Vicente Manansala's contribution to the growth of Philippines art stems from his focus on finding new ways of illustrating the national identity. That is how he came up with Planting Rice. Arturo Luz. In 1997, Arturo Luz received the title of National Artist for Visual Arts, one of the most well-known painters from the Philippines. Luz was well known for his abstract depictions of geometric patterns using muted hues and simple shapes. He served as the Metropolitan Museum of Manila's first director. One of Arturo Luz's work is Candle Vendors. Candle Vendors was an oil on canvas work completed in 1954. Shows a man and two women sat cross-legged in their wares. Their bodies are angular, depicts in blocks of muted color.
So next, Pasita Abad. Abad became a nomadic artist painting the globe while working on 6 continents. She created more than 4,500 works that have been exhibited in hundreds of museums and galleries around the world. Abad's travel forget her artistic style, providing both ideological and technical inspiration. Abad is an emblem of resistance for the modern Filipino women. Ever attuned to social ills, Abad often depicted the women and people of color she met during her travels in her art, in the hopes of communicating their respective experiences of being treated less than fairly. So this is the work of Pasita Abad, the European mask, referring to them as trapuntos, from the Italian word for embroidery or quilt. These works are the artist's responses to the cultural traditions that she encountered during her travels in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, although they also refer to vernacular traditions of sewing, a traditional part of family education in the Philippines. So next, Benedicto Cabrera, better known as Ibn Cab. He is a figurative painter from the Philippines. He is recognized as a pioneer of the Philippines. Ben Cab's painting often depicts figures rough in a flowing fabrics, in muted tones, and earthly color palettes. He has won several major awards in a career spanning for decades. He also received the Gawad PPC para sa singing in 2006. He was conferred the Order of National Artist for Visual Arts by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo in Malacanang Palace. So this is the artwork of Benedicto Cabrera, the portrait of Caroline. There's no other meaning about this artwork since the portrait of Caroline is the Ben Cab's homage to his wife, the British journalist Caroline Kennedy. They met in Manila in 1986 and married in London in 1969. Together, they had 3 children. Alisar was an elder, born in 1971. Next, Napoleon Abreva, recognized as a Filipino modern Philippine sculptor. His modern approach can be seen in exploration of various media such as Molabe, Akasha, Langka, Ipil, Camagong, foam, and etc. Abreva helped to shape the local sculpture scene in the Philippines, being adept in both academic representational style and modern abstract. So, since Napoleon Abreva is the father of modern Philippine sculpture, he is the man behind the replicas of the oblation in Surigao, UP, such as Los Baños, Baguio, Tacloban, Miagao, and Mindanao, as well as the 9 muses, ang mga diwata ng sining in UP Diliman, among others.
Next, Jose Joya, a Filipino painter. He is most recognized for his abstract canvases with the harmonious hues that are influenced by the tropical landscape of the Philippines. He was a multimedia artist who also printed in additional to painting and designing ceramic plates. The artwork of Jose Joya, the art space transfiguration. The artwork of Joya often explored them of space transfiguration through vibrant color, abstract forms, and imagitives composition. It lives into the transformation of space, whether literal of metaphorical, conveying and sense of fluidity. Eduardo Masfier, photographing of ignorant people of the area of Masfier fashion when he was work on the farm of his father. An Episcopal evangelist priest in the Sagada, he was emphasized the value of their way of life by focusing on people going about their daily business in an otherwise typical environments. The artwork of Eduardo Masfier. Eduardo Masfier photographs of tribe women are celebrated for their grace, authenticity, and cultural significance. Through his lens, Masfier captured the beauty of the resilience of indigenous women from various tribes in the Philippines, including the Igorot, Ifugao, and the Kalinga. His portraits often depict women adorned in traditional attire, engaged in daily activities of participating in a ritual and ceremonies.
Let's proceed to Carlo Francisco. This is Carlo Francisco. He helped to create a Filipino visual language using cues from both familiar with settings in Philippines, customs and tradition practices. Francisco made use of ornament designs, rhythmic lines, and vivid colors. He brought to mind the social life when Philippines get-togethers and festivities. His depictions were influenced by Philippines' rural life and faith, as well as mythology, history, and traditions. This is the art of Carlo Francisco, an iconic image of Philippines, art of drawn by traditional Filipino. Custom of bayanihan, it is derived from word bayan, meaning nation, but has through decades assumed the broader meaning of community spirit, or in action of people working together, for a particular common goal. Antonio Molina, conductor, composer, and music administrator from the Philippines. For his contribution to music, he was declared a national artist of the Philippines. Because of his impressionist motifs he used in his music, he was frequently referred as a Claude Debussy of the Philippines. This is the art of Jose Molina. Depicts the girl in the rain because he believes that When it rains, it often brings it a sense of calmness and peace. The sound of the rain can be soothing and it can be help to clear the mind to provide a sense of clarity. The rain is also bring positive energy and a feeling of relief.